board that I did make public comment at the MUD one meeting yesterday morning. That's concerning the consolidation of potential consolidation of MUDs 1 and 6. And I look upon this as Bob Lilacs on finished business, which I believe we should follow through on and not abandon. In fact, it was kind of, although I was speaking, but what's in the presentation to the board, MUD 1 board, were actually inspired by Bob. It was kind of a moment for me, because I knew him well. I worked with him on the original effort to consolidate MUD 1 and 6. I recall his diligence and wanting to do good for the residents. I would like to, if there's some mechanism, to include those comments in the MUD 6 record. But I know, Brian, I can't do it under director's comments, or can I?
Well, you addressed MUD as a resident, not as a.
Correct.
Not as.
I wasn't representing anything. But I want it in the MUD 6 record. Is that something I can request now, or do I have to wait for an appropriate place in the agenda?
Because we took off the.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And well, I've got another comment that's coming up.
Director, President comments.
Yeah, I mean, your comments can be on your behalf.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got another one coming up, so. All right, thank you. Just want to make sure we're obeying all the laws. And I want to extend appreciation to SGRA. We're holding a meeting with residents of Lakeside Cove on the rehabilitation of water well number 3, which is located off secluded trail. Based on that meeting, I have created an advisory note and sent that to the board, the Community Association board, to forward to residents. I also copied that advisory note to SGRA, Aaron, Michelle, and Mitchell. So that you all have that. Again, that's the second thing I want to include in the MUD 6 meeting record for this meeting. And there's an item I want to get on for the record. I need to meet with Chris to have discussion regarding a matter not directly related to the water well rehabilitation. I don't know if that would come under item 12 or not, but anyway. And then finally, just want to raise a flag. I will have something to say under item 21 on any matters for placement on the future agenda. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Any adjustments?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Our consent agenda, are there any changes to the consent agenda?
Yes, I did not attend the July meeting and I'm listed as an attendee, I believe, in the minutes.
And Ron likewise. Ron, but she was not here, so they'll have to be edited.
So we won't be able to approve those minutes because you weren't here for July and there's only 2 of us here.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have to pull that from the consent agenda. And put
So
on-
is that just to be, no, Brian's not here. Does that have to be deferred then to
I
the
would
next
think,
meeting?
yeah,
Oh,
my
okay.
impression of that.
Okay. All right, well, do we have,
But
can
we
we
could-
vote on that part of it? to
Yeah, that-
defer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I believe we can. So, I mean, what I would suggest is that we make a motion to approve the consent agenda with the removal of the minutes.
Okay, I so move that, make
Okay.
that motion.
All those in favor?
All right.
Okay, great. All right, moving on to the regular agenda, item number 9, review the district's draft fiscal 2026-27 operating budget and the recommended water rate structure.
Okay. Budget is here. These 2 docs. Front page just gives you some background on how we got here, and then the budget that we'll go through here is the spreadsheet. Overall, we have about a proposed 2% increase in revenue. And then the expenses dropping by 9%. So
Wow.
so that, yes, that, you can see there's a lot of line items there with some description on it. The revenue, we're proposing a change in the, what we call Schedule A of fees. And that is like if a developer is, or a customer is proposing to make a change on their property or development, they have to submit drawings. So then we review those. And then there's an eventual inspection that needs to occur, called customer service inspection. So we kind of scrubbed that list and recognized that it needed to be modernized a little bit. So that will cause a little bit of increase in revenue coming to the districts, which is good.
Mhm.
You don't have a whole lot of development, but you do have some redevelopment that comes through in your area.
So,
Especially for residential.
Right, exactly. So on the backside is really kind of where projects and the meat and potatoes of the budget come through. Couple things to note. Oh, before I leave, go back to page 1. Down towards the bottom, there's a line item that says Bear Branch.
I'm glad to see that.
Yes, so that is the amount that you pledged last fall. And that was after last year's budget, and Esther didn't necessarily need it at the moment, but in this year's proposed Bear Branch budget, there's about 1.5 million requested. And so the pledged non-participants, which are one of the non-members, contracted members, pledged just over 1.2 million between the other 5. And so that was your share that you had pledged. So that's in your budget this year because it will be needed to get engineering rolling.
That's the design part.
Correct. Engineering. Yeah. So on the backside, what we did, if you recall, the sanitary sewer rehabilitation project was to be done in 3 phases. And so the pay estimates that you've been paying this year and was phase 2. And so what we did was we took the construction, we've kept the construction in over the last year, thinking we could get phase 3 done, but the engineering, we really need to get wrapped up first. So the engineering here is going up to cover the engineering to complete phase 3. We took the construction out. So you see sewer repair going down. Now that line item 5,300.09, it dropped significantly. We're expecting that will be needed and will be coming back, but it won't be until 2028.
Okay.
So it's just kind of moving the timeline of some things up and down. So engineering goes up because of it, construction goes down, and it'll come back in 28. So those were kind of your biggest movers. Also a reduction in the amount of sewer repair, storm sewer repair, and large ditch stays about the same. We accomplished a lot of the sewer pipe, the storm sewer pipe replacements that were contemplated this year. We've hit quite a few of those this year, so that's why you see that going down. Of course, there could be more come up, but that's what we feel pretty good about that on the storm sewer repair stuff. And so overall on the projects, 47% decrease, just mainly because the sewer and coming off and the drainage stuff coming off.
But I think it's a great way to manage the balance sheet, to spread out these major projects. So we're not getting hit in
Right.
one financial year.
Right. So one thing to note, you see down at the bottom, your ending cash at the end of this budget, if everything goes exactly the way it's put out, you'd have about $4 million in the bank, pushing your cash reserve to 16.5. Currently, we'll start that or end this fiscal year, which means we'll start this next fiscal year at 11.8. So this is proposing, if you go back to the front sheet, a net income increase of 490,000 there at the bottom. So that's what's drawing that 11
Pulling it up.
coverage to 16. That's right. But just again, keep recognizing that those projects are coming back, or the sanitary projects is going to be coming back.
In the next year.
In the
It
Yeah.
looks like it's going
Yeah.
up, right? But
Yeah.
it'll swing back
Yeah.
in the future.
Well, I mean, a budget document, isn't it? just straight up planning, isn't it?
Mhm.
Is how you're gonna,
That's exactly what, the way we look at it.
yeah.
Can I ask why you think there's going to be such an increase in the bill production and door hanger delivery? I mean, what's, that's 40%, that's a pretty big jump.
Yeah, we're kind of changing the way we do it a little bit. We've relied on outside contractors and we've kind of we've estimated the expense that we think that it'll take to do it in-house, but we don't have a lot of data on it yet. And so we kind of budgeted conservatively to see what that looks like going forward to try to do it in-house. So that'll probably balance, kind of go back down a little bit in the future.
Do you know the percentage of people that get their,
The paper costs.
you know the percentage of people that get that are paperless versus ones that get the hard copy?
It's about, yeah, maybe a little less.
Really?
Yeah. Bill, super, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It grows. It's just, we did a big jump the last few years and it's kind of just under 50% e-bill. So I think it'll continue to rise, but slowly. So all in all, and this budget on the tax rate side is based on the tax rate recommendations that we're going to go over in the next two line item or next line items.
And also on the fee structure that you've got in that
Correct. We're not,
second page.
yeah, we're not proposing any significant or any water rate changes on the retail side at this point.
Okay.
Pretty commendable that you project that kind of change.
But it's only temporary. Let's enjoy getting the interest income.
I'm not arguing that. I'm trying to be complimentary of that.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
think that-
yeah. No,
so-
I think it's great.
Yeah, if you think of it too, is if we took out about 500,000 on the one side.
Yeah.
You're gaining about 500,000 on the other side. So if you think about it, if we're at 11.8 right now, when this comes back, you'll be right around that, which, I had indicated to the MUDs that if we could get everybody at least at 12 months, 12 to 18, then maybe for some of the bigger ones, but, so you're right there. You're in a good spot.
A dollar saved is a dollar earned.
Absolutely.
Who said that?
Hey,
Go back to the almanac.
No.
Wise man.
yeah,
So no
no action.
action this month. We'll look at it for approval next month.
Okay.
Okay.
So item number 10, to consider and act on the Montgomery Central Appraisal District's fiscal year 2026-27 budget.
Okay, if you remember last month, I told you that the MCAD budget was out on the Google Drive, their proposed budget. And it was at 5.51%, a little over $20 million. People have asked them to go back and review it, and they did. They have lowered it now to 2.83%, a little over 19 million. So your grand total of savings for your district, for your share, is going to be $53.83. And the change in the budget is they had 18 full-time employees, now it's down to 16. And they took away the merit raise.
Mm,
Boy,
and this
they're gonna be able to hang on to people?
Really?
What happened 4 years ago?
Well, yeah.
Wow. That's yeah. So I would need a motion to approve that, considering,
If you want to, but you have to.
okay.
Is this,
Well, the agenda said consider an act, so that's why I'm.
You have to act if you are opposing the budget. You don't have to act if you are.
so we can just let it go sail by?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for that clarification. I'm-
You're welcome to vote in favor of it, but you don't have to.
Okay,
I think we stay neutral.
I'm good. Moving on to item number 11.
Okay.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good
On
afternoon.
page 15, you should have a two-pager.
Yeah.
And then I always like to remind you, tax rate setting process is a two-step process. So all you're doing today is authorizing publication of your total tax rate. Next month, you'll hold your public hearing and then you'll adopt and levy your tax rate. And since you only have M&O, it will stay only M&O. Keeping in mind, you want to publish the highest rate you'll consider because you can always come down from it next month. You just can't go up without republishing. So if you look, second paragraph, your certified value for 2026 as of January 1 came in at 1.73, almost 1.733 billion. That's up from 1.44 billion last year, so almost a 20% increase. And so last year you levied, and if you flip the next page, the little boxes, last year you levied 0.67108 cents, which generated just under 951,000. Our recommended published rate is 6.64896, which generates 1.1 million. If you wanted to raise the same number of dollars you did last year, you'd need 5.5995 cents. And then currently, to balance your budget, you need roughly 4 cents. The value of a penny in your district is almost 170,000. Then moving down to the middle box with respect to the average tax bill, your average homestead last year was $521,467, meaning the average tax bill was $350. This year's average homestead went up to $558,110, meaning that average tax bill at the proposed rate would be $362 or a $12 increase, percentage-wise 3.50%. And that 3.50% is extremely important because in the bottom box, as you are deemed as a developed district by Senate Bill 2, that means that if you go over the 3.5%, then it's a mandatory rollback election. And that mandatory rollback election rate, if you look all the way at the bottom line, 0.64897. We're just below that. So you do not have an issue if you publish at the 0.064896 recommended rate.
I do like 6 significant figures. That helps. Tremendous.
I don't mind it as an engineer. I don't mind it at all.
No. But that is allowed by law, right, Brian? Great foresight on our legislators' part. Yeah.
We typically don't go more than a half a penny unless the district's a larger district.
Yeah. So, so this is your recommendation,
Yeah.
that rate. I just have a couple of questions we're trying to understand. If we could go back and look at page 14 a moment. I know that's under Jeannie's thing, but you mentioned almost 20%. So I'm looking at the column showing, comparing all the MUDs and percent increase, decrease. One of these things does not look like the other. The other is plural. And I'm trying to figure out, when I look at all the other MUDs, not using explicit language, but what is going on?
We talked about this at the planning meeting and Jeannie ran this down with the appraisal district. Jeannie, what was the?
There was $212 million that was added. And then the difference of appraisal, a protest and adding new property.
The new business personal property was attributed to who?
Yes.
I can't remember who she said the main.
Yes. Yes.
New condos.
It all ended up for business personal property is 127 million
Oh,
was the increase on the condos. Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah, of course.
How much was that? 201 million?
$427 million
That box?
on the business personal property. So that made the increase go up to almost 19%.
Okay, so that one thing. Then.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That jumped out to all of us going, what, 6? Really?
Yeah.
All districts?
Yeah, there was a whiskey tango foxtrot moment for me when I looked at this. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Over 400 million for that box. Okay.
Okay,
All right. Got it. We're good. Well, are you asking for a motion?
no, we're just,
Oh, no,
there's
two
nothing-
parts to
yeah.
this, isn't there?
Yeah, so
It's
we
the
need a
notice
motion
and
to
the meeting.
authorize publication of the
Oh.
proposed tax rate.
Okay, and
Do I have a
that has to
motion?
be in a, well,
In the
that has to be in a newspaper.
Yeah.
Courier.
we're doing just a courier again.
Yeah.
We talked about before the
Yeah.
additional
Yeah.
cost, if you did the villager was kind of,
Ridiculous.
Yeah, well, half of us don't get it, so it doesn't
Yeah,
right.
matter.
Okay,
And it runs 1 day a week. Runs on
okay,
Tuesday.
and couriers
Courier.
The couriers every day.
every day.
That's fine.
Okay.
Do I have a motion to,
I make a motion to provide the required notice that the board will consider adoption of a tax rate and to publish that information in the Conroe newspaper.
Second. On,
Aye.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 12. Receive the regular monthly SJR Woodlands Division report.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Packet, in your packet on page 17 is where the operating report for the month of July begins. July was a typical month, no issues, no major issues, no violations. It's hot. Do want to point out that the Almud wastewater treatment facility #1 evaluation meeting is on September 1st at the Brady Library. And if you have to entertain any questions you may have.
You also, you haven't got to the groundwater, I'm sorry, the groundwater reduction plan. Those numbers you're presenting on page 27, they're the 2 months behind numbers for the, okay. So although it's kind of August and we're almost at the end of financial year, we still have to catch up to figure out what percentage. Yeah.
See that they're out on the website as of today, if anybody ever
Oh,
wants to
okay.
read the most current one before you get to the meeting.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Peer review committee meeting on Monday. That's when we try to get them posted by.
Ahead of that
Yeah.
meeting. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Moving on to item number 13, consider an act on the supplemental agreement with SJRA for the issuance of bonds in connection with Tier 1 water line renewal projects, including discussion on timing of the Tier 1 water line renewal projects and review of district payment options.
Defer. It's still the trustees.
That was deferred in the trustees meeting too. Correct. So defer.
For now, they had a meeting, there was a meeting with the River Authority about their process for, for projects and design and what have you. So it'll be taken up at the September trustee meeting, likely closed session. And then we'll-
I'm
Okay.
sure everyone's heard about the big bond sell-off that's been going on. What does that mean?
Rates ain't getting any cheaper.
It's only going up.
Yeah.
Not with the 30-year. I know that everything's gonna get more expensive, especially when you look at a 25 or 30-year bond.
Eating with a lot of people in the bond market.
Correct. So
Nothing additional with the attorney's report.
Okay, thank you. Consider an act on appointment of representative and alternate to serve on the community working group.
I was just put on there in case, because we did have director changes, so we put it on everybody's, but if there's no need to change, that was the only reason.
I think I'm an alternate
Yes, and
and I need to,
do we have to nominate somebody because Neil was chair, not a representative?
on the water, on the
See,
community
there's a
working
change.
group?
Yeah,
I'm not on that anymore.
he's not on that anymore.
No, it was Aaron and,
No.
No.
On the ad hoc
oh.
communications.
Do we know who's on this community working group?
It's you and
Pat. Okay, that's,
somebody else.
I thought I was, I thought I was because I had to call you one time to attend.
I did attend one time, yes.
So we haven't been very active on that.
Not lately. We haven't met and we've talked to the new PEC members and we are gonna likely continue it, but we've been kind of waiting for the big project, more clarity on the big projects to get the group back together. So it still may be a few more months. We're just trying to feed the group with emails and like different updates on projects in the meantime to just say, hey, we're still here. Just give us a minute. while
I'm
we
okay
work
with
through all the
leaving
big
it where it is.
I was just thinking that since Neil was not on, is no longer the chair of the other group, he might like to be on that group.
I'll be happy to do that for sure.
Okay, then I'll be the alternate.
Oh, okay. I see.
How about that? See how that worked?
That was the P in the, that was very clever.
I
Got
know.
the-
There
Okay,
you go.
so.
All right, so we'll need a motion to approve, I guess, the appointment of Neil as,
Well, I can't
know.
make that.
I can
motion.
make that motion.
Okay.
I move that we appoint Neil to be on the community working group and Deborah as the alternate.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
I can vote for that, Brian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
yes.
all right, thank you. That was pretty cool. We did that. Okay, item 16, consider an act on the pay application number 8 for retail wastewater collection system rehabilitation year 2.
Yes, we have a pay estimate number 8, in the amount of $24,956.12, of which, Mud Six has quite a bit of work on within that pay estimate to the tune of $18,810. So I need, a motion and approval of the pay estimate number 8 for your share of 18,810.
So the estimate for this period from month 6 to 19, so 19.8, so that,
Minus,
Minus.
retainage.
Retainage.
retainage, okay.
That's the delta.
Well, I move that we authorize payment of the amount indicated, $18,810.
Okay,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Item 17, receive and or act on the general manager's report.
Page 55, the report starts. You can see quite a bit of work being done. Y'all have a lot of redevelopment work, different things throughout. There's about 201 active projects going on that we're managing. Of that, 28 inspections on those projects, and then about 1,800 work orders last month across the Woodlands. On page 57, 58, 59. Particularly on page 59, you can see some ditch work that was related to Mud Six. We really got into Loggers Hollow Ditch.
Right.
Nice.
If you've ever driven by there,
Yeah.
it was overgrown.
It was really overgrown,
Right.
yeah.
And so that was when we say tree cut back or trim back, that's really what the type of work we're referring to.
Yeah.
We have a lot of that throughout the Woodlands, but we really got after it on that
It's
area.
almost, what, 3/4 mile,
Yeah.
all the way, basically all the way down to 9X3.
Mhm.
Wow.
So that's the type of work we're doing, and you can see some of the other examples throughout the Woodlands.
Well, I see that the nutria didn't go in the gumbo pot. They were relocated.
Relocated.
I would relocate them to the gumbo pot again. They are invasive and they're nasty little critters.
For sure, yeah,
Yeah.
and we have, in certain areas, we have a pretty significant problem with nutria and beavers.
Well, beavers are native,
Yeah.
so I don't
Yeah.
mind that. But also, what about the pigs, the
Hog,
feral hogs?
they're out there.
So you see any damage to, oh, also,
Really?
Yeah, probably the most damage most often damage we see is in the Windsor Hills area up there off of 242, north of
Oh,
242.
okay.
We've had some significant ditch damage up there over the last few years, and then a couple other areas. But that's the most notable.
There's a fair amount of forest up in that area.
State forest.
Yeah, the state park, all right.
That's right.
And boy, do they do damage when they come in.
Just because they're rooting up everything, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that rooting, chews up about 8 inches deep of just mangling it. It's not even easy to smooth it back out. It's a mess. It's bad.
Hmm.
And it's just like potholing all over the place. It's bad. It's not easy to fix, but a lot of that, let's see, couple anniversaries with Josh and Tori, 10 and 6 years. And then on the back page, we have a couple Google reviews that we noted. We've made a big push to we, as you can see, we get a lot of emails and thank yous and things, but that doesn't hit the ratings, so to speak. So we've been asking folks if they do feel like there's a rating or a review, go to Google. So that's starting to pay dividends a little bit as people are starting to go there as well. And then lastly, before I throw it to John, I wanted to point out on page 33 of the packet, the final version of the global amendment is in here for your review. We talked about that for the last, probably 8 months off and on. It's not on your agenda today, so that we can't do anything, but I got it last week and we wanted to at least get it in your hands so you could review it. The recommendation to SJ from the MUDs would need to be done before December. So we have a little bit of time, but
We're not voting on that, are we?
you're really just
Indirectly voting.
suggesting to SJ what your preference is, and they are the true member to the GRP.
Okay.
And with that, we already talked about the all mods on the first, so with that, I'll kick it to John.
Good afternoon. Got a present for you. You all look like you shower, so I thought I'd give you a
Sometimes.
Woodlands Water branded shower timer, 5-minute timer there.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Very good. That is
My
very good.
It's where your water comes from and how you get your time, right? Yeah.
We put those in the 5th grade water education program, take home conservation.
Great. I
Day.
already-
Excellent.
Outreach events, amongst other things. And we are still in our water conservation focus area. We're going to transition to value in September. All right, on 68 there, you can see that we've got a QR for a new video. We got an animated video out now that traces your water supply from source to tap. We'll push that out in earnest here next couple of weeks. So check that out. Examples of current messaging on the next couple of pages. As always, reminder, if you're on our social media platforms, please take a second to like and share. Really helps us expand our reach. And on 71, you have an in-person outreach calendar. Wanted to highlight that Jason Ramage from the USGS will be here on the 24th of September, presenting on the state of our aquifers. So Jason's been coming annually for a while now to present this. You can catch that in person at HARC, 6 p.m. on the 24th. You can also watch it live via Zoom. And then we'll have that recording available to you as well. I'll be sending out lots of communications on that in advance to remind you. And with any of these events, please come out and join us. Want to talk to folks. We always love to have web directors out there with us.
Do you have anything scheduled for the farmer's market?
I don't this fall.
Do you want to consider that?
Potentially, yeah. Got to see what the bandwidth is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just ROI on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Trustees report?
Okay, if you go to page 72, so there's a number of things of interest here. I had an interesting discussion with Arthur Baderhoff. He represents Region H as a member of a utility. We talked about the Region H forecasting for water needs in the future. And it seems to diverge from what Lone Star Groundwater Conservation District is using for their groundwater modeling assumptions. Region H has a rather modest increase, but starting 2030, Lone Star is assuming pumping 200,000 acre feet per year, continuing through to 2080. It's not quite clear why they did that, and Arthur's going to look into, or have their consultants look into that assumption. So anything else? And of course, we should recognize Ed. It's mentioned under the Woodlands Division report. Congratulations on your retirement from MUD 6. Not just the trustees, MUD 6 also has enjoyed your company and advice and suggestions. And of course, we had as was mentioned, draft operating and capital budgets. Any questions on this?
Not for me.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I assume there's no reason to go into closed session.
There's not.
Okay, matters for future agenda.
I would like to bring back as a placeholder, and we've been doing that for item 13 for a few months now. And that relates to potential consolidation
Yeah.
of MUDs 1 and 6.
Yeah, I had it on mine too.
Oh,
Thank
you did? Okay, so we're on the same page.
We are on the same page.
Okay, so anyway,
Yeah,
I wanna
we'll make sure,
keep that
okay,
on our agenda.
we'll put it back on the agenda as a placeholder, so. Anything else?
Nope.
Adjourned.
Thank you.